That, Carla?
Hear what?
Beautiful piano music because we're going to travel today. You excited to travel on a
Why
Monday?
why do you sound like such a sleazy uncle? Like,
No, because
hey, are
when
you
you hear
ready
the
to travel
right?
today? It's like that makes me a little uncomfortable. Okay, but you know what, guys? Rico is right. We're going all the way to Wellington, New Zealand. Our second Kiwi artist. Last week we had Benny. This week we have them. Now, guys, they are in charge of one of the most requested and played songs that we did a couple of months back. I mean, I don't want to delay anything, but let's just say last night we met them at 1. We drank till 2, danced till 4. They walked us home. We were awake till dawn. We slept till noon, and now we want more. So much so that we've got them with us during this worldwide pandemic. So,
So I
ladies
thought,
and
I thought
gentlemen,
Carla was telling me what you did last night, but actually, this is what the song, or that was the song was all about. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the show. Give it up for Drax Project.
hey guys! Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, we're really happy to have you guys on the show. How have you guys been before anything else? I know you're calling us from New Zealand. That setup is so cool. What's up, guys? How are you?
We're so good.
Thank you for that intro. That was the best intro we've ever had.
That was fantastic.
The fact you cited the whole chorus of Woke Up Late. It's never been done. So,
You know it too well. Yeah.
so thank you
I'm
for playing
trying.
it. But
I'm trying to be cool. I'm
That-
trying to be
that's
cool,
always-
but I love the song.
I mean-
So anyway, yes, you were saying, how are you guys?
We're great. We're just hanging out in our studio. Yeah, we've been making some music and yeah, just great to talk to you guys.
I mean, guys, this has been a really strange and weird time. I think we can all agree that everyone, including artists, have really been struggling throughout this whole thing. You guys were really set to start touring and playing live shows. I mean, you guys are one of the busiest bands, you travel all over the world and you have all these amazing gigs. When the lockdown started happening, what was your plan of action? Were you guys like in sync and you were like, okay, we're going to go back to New Zealand and we're going to stay here throughout the entire quarantine? Like, as a band, how did you guys decide to go about this entire pandemic?
Oh well, it was crazy. Like we were in New Zealand. We spent last year in predominantly in the States, or we went to Europe and stuff for a bit. But we were based in LA, and we came back to New Zealand like December, January for our summer. We had like a whole tour that we did, and then it was when things started to get hectic. New Zealand, we went into like a full lockdown, like level 4 here was the most intense lockdown we could go into. And it was like the week after we went into that, we were meant to be flying back to LA. Like we had a house there and stuff. We were meant to be going, finishing a bunch of music, start playing more shows and stuff. So that just obviously just was not going to happen. So we just decided to stay in New Zealand and
we were already here basically, and we were so lucky that we just finished our New Zealand tour before lockdown. Well, considering the circumstances, we're very lucky that that happened. During lockdown though, we've been itching to play shows for a long time. That's like our favorite thing to do.
yeah.
But I guess the next best thing is release new music. So we just dropped Firefly, and there's other stuff in the works too.
Oh my God, that makes me so excited. Other stuff in the works.
True. All the fans too. Amongst the band, who's the one that panicked when the pandemic first? Who was the one that became holistic? Who was the one be like, let's just ride with it, let's just chill? And who's the
I
one
feel
like,
like
get it
I feel
together?
like Ben was so chill. I feel like Ben was like, yeah, let's just go with the flow. And then Shan was a little like, I don't know. Am I wrong? Please tell us. How was it?
My initial reaction, to be honest,
Yeah.
I think we were all pretty like
We all took it real seriously. The whole of New Zealand took it real seriously.
yeah.
It was like really intense for the first lockdown, but
Sam was definitely relaxed for a lot of it, weren't you?
Yeah, but personally, it was kind of nice because we'd been so busy for our tour, and we came back, just finished tour, and so for the first couple of weeks of lockdown, it was really nice to just relax and not do too much. But then after that, it started to get a little bit, I need to start doing some stuff, and we started to figure figure out how we could actually keep working and doing other stuff. So I don't know. I think that we've gotten into a good place if New Zealand wants to go back into lockdown again, that we could.
You're very ready to play FIFA 8 hours a day.
He's
again.
clogged up like 10,000 games of FIFA.
Hey, listen. To each his own. I mean, people started painting, people started growing a garden of like veg and stuff. So you do you, Sam, whatever you feel like you need to do. If it's 20 hours of FIFA, I support that. But going from what you guys said, which I find really interesting, is that, you know, you guys are a really busy band. You were in America for a whole couple of months. I mean, and then you come home and you get like the first couple of weeks, like you guys decided like, okay, we're going to rest. We're actually going to regroup, try to figure things out. I mean, what did you learn from that experience as well as a band? Because you guys are so different, you know, when you tour versus when you're just literally taking a break. So were there any new things that you discovered about each other, about the way you write your music or the way that you wanted to go about touring when all is said and done? Because, you know, like it's a time of self-reflection. And 2020 really was a time where people changed up their priorities and how they saw certain things.
I think because our lockdown was quite short, really, in comparison to really like the rest of the world. So the initial, like, we only had like 6 weeks really of really intense don't leave your home type lockdown. But since then, we've been all able to like come to the studio every day and work together, and I think we've really been kind of refining our writing process and
I think
like learning what our strengths are, but then also like our weaknesses in terms of like production or writing elements and stuff like that. And it's just really nice to actually have the time to focus on those things.
I think that there's an element of us all realizing that we always want to keep getting better at doing what we do and playing music, but also performing music, but also writing and recording and producing music. So it's been a good opportunity for us to actually figure out what each one of us wants to focus on and how we can get better at that, and how those individual skills that we can get better at work together. And
Somebody bringing in new instruments like a trombone or a harmonica in the mix.
Sean was playing the flute the other day.
I brought in a flute that's been in Matt's drum case for the last like 2 years, and I think it's broken.
It's a bit of a biohazard.
I was gonna say, is that even sanitary? But you know what? We'll let that go. Now, since we're on the topic of music, let's talk about Firefly. Because I mean, you know, guys, especially here in the Philippines, when Woke Up Late came out, everybody and their mom was requesting for it. Everybody was singing it. They were bopping along to it. It's really a great song. I mean, coming from the success of that, knowing that it reached people all around the world and it was something that everybody loved, was there any pressure that you guys felt like, oh, snap, you know, when it comes to making new music, like we got to step it up, the bar is set pretty high? Or were you guys kind of like, yeah, that's great and all, but we're just going to continue, you know, making music that we like? What was the process behind that, moving forward from a hit as big as Woke Up Late?
I think it was kind of both.
It was definitely a mix of both.
It was like, oh yeah, well, we got a lot of attention now from a lot more people than we have in the past. So it was like a little bit of pressure to follow it up, but at the same time, we sort of wanted to. The goal the entire time before we got Woke Up Late and after was always that we just want to write as good music as we could. And like,
I think it was more inspiring than a pressure-filled situation. It's like, wow, we actually are able to do this from a little bedroom in Wellington where we wrote Woke Up Late. So it was definitely cool to realize. We've always known, like, people say it all the time, it takes one song. And we kind of had a little bit of a taste of that. Which was inspiring for us.
But yeah, I think we want to keep building on that, and it's awesome that there are people out there in all of the corners of the world who are listening to our music. So I mean, we just want to keep writing more music that people like. and that's really the goal at the end of the day.
The fact we had grandmothers in the Philippines requesting it, that's like...
Dude, they dancing it. They dancing it all day, you know?
Hey, listen. It must be really nice to have talent. What's that like? Tell us all about it. No, but okay, let's talk about Firefly moving forward. Great track. I honestly feel like it's so different, but still kind of you guys compared to what Woke Up Late was like. You know, Woke Up Late was really fun. It was an upbeat, like, fun song. And then Firefly, I don't know, am I the only one? Am I the first one to say this? I find it like really sexy. Like it's such a hot, low-key hot song. Does that make sense? I mean, what was the inspiration behind Firefly and getting Feti Wap as part of the track? I mean, dude, Trap Queen, that guy, like how can, like what? Like bringing him back is just, tell us all about Firefly, please.
Bringing him back.
Well, Feti is that guy.
Feti is that guy. Yeah, we wrote the song like in Los Angeles last year with these two producers called Roger Shahayed and Imad Royal, and they're incredible producers. Roger just had that hit with Drake. Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Yeah. And Ahmad's done so many things. His most recent thing that he did was like the Max tune, I think.
Yeah, he's worked with
and Doja Cat
stuff, yeah.
Boss Bitch. So like it was just amazing being in a room with those guys, and we had written a whole song, and everyone was about to leave, and then Ben like was like, "Can we just? I just want to show you guys one more riff." Ben plays the riff of Firefly as it is now, and everyone was just like switched on straight away again. We were all straight into the studio, like straight into the writing mode again. We spent like 3.5 hours just writing Firefly as it is right now, except for the Feti part. But yeah, I don't know where the inspiration came from. It was just like it's kind of spur of the moment sort of thing at the time. But yeah,
it's kind of about those moments when you're looking across a party, or you know, you're somewhere and you catch somebody's eye, and you're like, oh, maybe
did they catch mine?
Yeah, maybe is it a reciprocal thing, and then you kind of try to figure it out, but you're being a little bit coy, I guess, and yeah, it's just about that spark of the moment. I guess it's like Woke Up Late is that in a playful, happy kind of way, and this maybe a little bit more grown up. You know, it's just it's similar sort of thing, but just a bit more
developed a little bit. Yeah.
So can you imagine if you go into a club, right? You go into a club and you're hearing your track, and all ladies be like, "Hey."
Yeah, because that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, not
So
gonna lie,
smooth.
at one point, like I wanted to put on like a red dress and pretend to like salsa, of course, socially distanced in my room. But like that was the vibe that I got as well. And it's nice to see how you guys sort of matured the song as well, you know, bringing out something again so cool. When Feti, we're close. When Feti dropped that verse, when he decided to be part of the track and stuff, how did you guys feel? Because of course you write the song, you know, you have it in your head, it's already there, and then you have this other artist who comes in, does his thing, and then you guys listen to it. Was it love at first? I don't know, tune.
Wow.
Like, how was it like?
it was like
Absolutely, yeah.
we heard that he like we sent it to Feti and through our label 300, which is in New York, and he's also on that label. And we heard back that he really liked it and he was going to get on it.
He was the first person we thought of when we wrote the song. We've always loved his music. Like, hang on, this song needs a feature. Who could we get, or who do we want? Feti was the first name that came up. We're so lucky that he liked the song and he sent back his vocals. But yeah, the first time you listen to it, it's the same thing with Haley Steinfeld on Woke Up Late. We're just buzzing. We're in this room right now. Speakers, which you can't see, massive speakers just blasting Feti Wap's verse on our song back to us. It's one of those moments, like, it's exactly that. It's just the moment in time that, like, is pretty special. We'll never forget. Yeah.
We all start dancing, going crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
And they sent, what they sent us, like they sent us his verse and like the comp of his vocals they wanted to use, but we had everything that they recorded that day, and like from listening from like start to finish, you hear him just like mumbling and just like writing his verse in the studio, like hear him like snapping his fingers along, like
he's like
like doing
we're not sure if he was going to do his famous ad-libs or not.
Yeah.
Crossing our fingers, and then we heard it. It's just like, yes.
Did he write the verse, or did he just freestyle it, then collecting some checks? You know what I mean?
did a bit of
He just,
both.
both. He's just like coming up with his ideas in the booth, and then just.
Yeah,
It's like every vocal take got a little longer. He's like,
we gave
like that baby.
There was
I like that baby. It's like get along.
There was no direction from us anyway, so he just like did his thing, and it's awesome.
Perfect for us, yeah.
I'm so happy for you guys, honestly, because I feel like your music is really great, and to get all of these amazing co-artists to be part of these tracks, that's really special. I mean, not a lot of artists or bands get that opportunity, you know, especially when it's like from a different genre altogether. I mean, Feti is not exactly woke up late, you know, like that's his album, you know, he's like a different kind of artist. So to have him in your track is so cool. It just goes to show that music really is so diverse and universal all at the same time. I mean, that's just, I love it. Okay, Rico, fun questions. We don't want to bore them completely. Let's show them we're fun.
For those that are tuning in, we have Drax Project. They're joining us from New Zealand. All right, so after Woke Up Late, maybe other songs, we know you guys started out busking before. You're making real money now as an artist. What was the first purchase that you made with your first paycheck?
You are so intrusive.
Boring stuff.
New computers.
We all got new computers so we can keep making music better.
Yeah, we're actually
I don't think anyone made like an outrageous purchase.
we're all so sensible, eh?
We're so boring.
Rico, we always get artists who are responsible. Come on, guys, something fun.
They invested on the studio. Do you buy any kicks? Any Jeff Staple kicks, whatnot?
We bought a few bits and
Ben accidentally spent like $800 on a bottle of gin once.
It was an accident.
Accident.
It was actually an accident. Like a full
No, it
accident.
100%.
It actually was an accident.
Went back and had to get the receipt for it, and then it was a big thing, and we all split it.
We split it with us.
It was an accident.
We felt
how
bad.
sensible, eh? How sensible.
Yeah.
We bought like a bunch of awesome new keyboards that we've been wanting for ages. This is one of the things.
But no cars or I know you guys want to know, like, we got a chain.
You got a Lambo. We got a Lambo.
We all got chains.
Yeah. That's what we were hoping, you know, like, yeah, I've got a Komodo dragon in my garden. I've got like a gold-plated jacuzzi, like something like that, you know? Like, come on, man.
Nah,
They're so sensible. Okay. Rico, go.
Favorite food?
Favorite food?
Fish and chips.
Like-
Fish and chips.
Yeah.
Aw.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips now.
Fish and chip, like fish and chip shops over there.
Yeah, we have.
We have.
With mushy peas and everything. You know, Philippines is the home of basically everything. Okay. How about, you know, lockdown was really a time where people got to chill out. They got to hang out on their couch a lot. What are some of your go-to shows or movies that you can just binge watch forever? Or if you're having a good day, bad day, it's a movie or a show that you turn to for comfort.
As a group,
As a collective,
we
watch
yes.
Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre is a fan.
You
And by
laugh.
fans, I mean us
It's
four.
a very serious thing.
Yeah.
And
We take the movie very seriously.
in our world. Yeah.
That movie is
It's great.
It's
part of
the
our
Holy Grail.
culture. It's part of our culture as a band.
It honestly is.
Yeah.
Nacho Libre.
Just that.
Nacho Libre. Oh, yeah.
Movie in 8 years. Yeah.
I'm sorry, like of all the
Classic.
possible movies, it's like as a band, Nacho Libre is like our jam. Like that's our movie forever.
If you were at a bar, what would be your drink of choice?
A bar.
Oh man, we all have our own.
Bottle of gin for Ben.
No.
800 or up. He doesn't go for the cheap gin. So okay, noted.
It was an honest mistake.
I'm a bit of a. I've been enjoying a glass of red wine recently.
Oh, he's mature.
Oh, look at you. Look at you all grown up, Shan. Like, okay.
You guys.
So
I
mature.
go-to, like, and it would be any time would be a Corona with a lemon
Ooh.
slice. It's unbeatable on a hot day.
That's true.
I really love this drink called Fernet or Fernet and Coke. It's like this mentholy kind of thing.
It's quite nice.
Most people who try it, who I've gotten to try it, really don't like it. But
I like it. I think it's good.
Sam's into it.
Okay, we've been reading some of these chats. Actually, someone just said fish and chips is their life.
Fish and chips.
Yeah, it's something. Okay, I've got a question. I mean, you guys are obviously really close. You love each other very much. But can you spill some tea? Like, were there ever any moments where you guys fought or like two members fought and they were like, I'm not talking to you. Like, go away. Like, were there any moments that you can share?
Well, there was one time when these two were living together, you gave Sean gave Sam a fright, or Sam gave Sean a fright,
Oh yeah,
and the other one didn't enjoy that very much.
He snuck up behind me, and then he gave me a fright, and I did my automatic reaction was to turn around. I was like this, and I was like, "Don't do that to me."
It was very close to smashing me in the face.
Yeah, but we
We fight all the time.
Yeah, we have fights all the time.
But it's all good.
I would call it a disagreement. You know, it's like when you have siblings and you fight about something, but then you
It's all love.
work it out, and it's all good.
We all want to do the same thing, just keep releasing the best music we can. And it's super cheesy. It's actually so cheesy, I'm not going to continue.
We get grumpy over dumb things. Like Sean left a bag of bananas in
That was bad though.
like our car to drive out to the studio, but he left it in there over lockdown, so it was just like in the car for like 2 months.
I can
and
still
just-
smell it.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh,
It was like my fault.
And I
I'll
was
take
like-
the blame for that. There were other people involved, but that's
It was one of the more recent times where I've been genuinely
Frustrated.
angry at Sean
yeah.
for just negligence. But
It was pure
it's
negligence.
all good.
For those that are tuned in, we have Drax Project. They're joining us all the way from New Zealand, just hanging out, talking, money making, fish and chips, life. That's what it's all about. Now, many of your Filipino fans are tuned in. You have any message for them right now?
Oh wow.
We want to say
Thank you.
so much for listening to our music, for requesting it, for riding with us over our journey. We've still got a lot more music to come for you guys, and we're going to come see you as soon as we can.
As soon as the world lets up,
Not just saying
we'll
that.
be there.
We will be.
We want to
coming
come
South
play some
Asia
shows.
as soon as we
We
can.
want to come meet you. So yeah, thank you so much.
we want you guys here as well. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Before we let you go, wow, that sounded like a song, right? Like before I let you go. Anyway, first thing that you want to do. Okay, Shan. Okay. First thing that you want to do when the pandemic is over. Like the first thing that you want to do, aside from touring, aside from going on the road, like what is the first thing, like top of your list that you just want to do?
I'm gonna be honest. I want to take my girlfriend to New York and have New York pizza with her for the first time because I was planning on doing it like this year, but obviously that's never going to happen this year.
Mhm.
Sometime in the future. Yeah.
I think I want to go skiing in Japan.
Oh.
Hey, nice.
I love the difference. It's like, I want to take my girlfriend to New York for pizza. And then so I was like, I want to go skiing in Japan, live my best life. How about for the others?
Well, I was just thinking visiting the Philippines would be cool. Maybe bring our instruments as well, and I don't know, come see you guys, and I don't know, play some music.
Okay, Matt. Okay, you can be the publicist as well. We don't like suck ups here. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness, you guys are hilarious.
Yeah. I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you to the Philippines.
We're just doing a drum and guitar
Yeah.
gig.
Hey, that would be really interesting. But guys, thank you so much for joining
guys.
us.
Thank
It
you.
really means a lot. We wish you well. We can't wait for all of the new music that you're going to be coming out with. I mean, we're going to play it definitely in the station. We wish you well. We can't wait to have you guys in the Philippines. Take care, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Gentlemen, Drax Project. He's going to take us out with some song. You going to take us out with some song? Go ahead.
Let's do it.
See you guys.
Oh my God, I want to go to New
Great
Zealand.
fan.
Are they
Great to
not
hang
the
out with them.
cutest little
fan,
beans ever? Aw.
Get some fish and chips, get some drinks, and them playing in your living room? Yo.
Mhm.
that's
First
what
of all, I wish I was from New Zealand because New Zealand has their S together. They're doing great, they're doing fine, they're thriving, and then they've got all these amazing talents just chilling in New Zealand as well. So yeah, I hope you monsters enjoyed that. In just a bit, we're going to have Brett and James as well. So keep it locked in for that. Rico, what a start to a Monday.
It's so refreshing. It's a refreshing feeling to invigorate you because it is a start of a brand new week. And these guys, their song, Karla. So it reminds you of Santana's Smooth.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Rob
It's got
Thomas.
that Latin feel, right?
Yeah,
what
right,
was that?
right.
I don't know.
There you go, Drax Project. Thank you guys for taking time to join us. Coming up, she did mention James and Brett, but for Facebook Live, she is Karla Aguas.
Here's Rico Robles Live.